Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is just a little sound off on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 3. Ciao. Let's get into this. Okay, so I didn't do a part 2 because look, life has been lifing, okay? Pretty much though, with this part 3 of the reunion, you know, they brought out Kathy, and okay, so Kathy acknowledges that, okay, look, I had expectations for Kyle that I just should not have had for Kyle, you know, and I disappointed myself for having these expectations because why was I thinking like this when I know better? Like, I should know better. I should have known better than to hype myself up and believe certain things. And that is on me. I take responsibility for that. And Kyle is sitting there just having a meltdown. And it's just like, Kyle, please give it a rest. I think that Kathy thought, oh, my sister Kyle, she's the queen bee over there at the show. This is her show. What she says goes. She got her whole little crew. She has pull. She has influence. This is her thing. So me going over there, she's expecting to get a certain treatment because Kyle is her little sister, right? And I think she realized like Kyle don't have the pull that she thought. And Kyle don't want to hear that. But I think she should really hear that because there was a lot revealed in what Kathy said. My thing is, yes, Kathy hurt her own feelings by expecting too much. She thought her sister had pull. She thought her sister was that girl over there, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but her sister don't really have it like she say she have it. But then again, I do have to point out the fact that the way that Kyle was going so hard for Kathy to pronounce Kimosabi the right way, Kyle, everything that you want us to believe about Kathy is definitely true about you. It might be true about Kathy, but it's true about you as well. Because the way that she was, it's Kimosabi. Say it right, it's Kimosabi, right? Okay, that is the type of energy that Kathy wanted you to have defending her brand. And I know you get it. You get it. That's why your tears, I'm really not moved by one tear that you had. I'm really not moved by one tear that you had, Kyle. Because, come on, this is your sister. At the end of the day, your sister came on this show and she wants to promote her tequila. Y'all all know how this show goes. Half of what y'all film is not going to make it to air. So if she was constantly bringing up her tequila, it's because she wanted to make sure that it was in there. She really thought that when y'all had the event and her tequila was on the counter, she thought that this was a setup that you made to help promote her stuff. And when she found out that's not what it was, she was disappointed as your sister. But you sitting there crying like you're the one who's getting the bad name and the bad press. And it's really your sister. So I understand why she didn't care about what you was feeling. Because you don't care about what other people be feeling. Now, as far as this hissy fit, this tantrum, this mental break, whatever it is that Lisa Rinna want to call it, I call BS on that as well. I definitely feel like something happened. I definitely feel like Kathy was upset. We saw the shit. We saw that she was upset leading up to the situation. We already knew that. But was it some kind of display that Rinna has never witnessed? No, because we've seen her act the fool. We've seen her get violent. We've seen her be irrational. So for her to say that she was afraid of Kathy, it sounds like BS. It sounds bogus. It sounds like some bullshit. It does. Because we've seen you act the fool over the years. The way you went off on Kim Richards because she said, let's not talk about the husbands, you lost your shit. Because Kissa said, let's not talk about the husbands. We've seen Erica lose her shit. We've seen Erica threaten people. We've seen Erica grimace and growl at people like she's some type of animal. And none of that has ever bothered you. But the way that Kathy behaved, it was just out of the ordinary experience we call BS. That's where you lost us. Because if you would have just said, yeah, girl, she was acting like this. Okay, but when you say that this woman abused you and you had to lock your door because you were so afraid, girl, that don't make no sense. Mauricio was in the house. Mauricio, wake him up. if she was acting like this and carrying on in these people's home, wake Mauricio up and say, Mauricio, you got to come handle your sister-in-law. This is above me. I don't know how to deal with this. I ain't never dealt with this right here. Come get her. Call Kyle. Call production. Call somebody to come and get her. The fact that he slept like a baby through all of this, we're not believing you, girl. And as far as the slur, this is what I'm going to say. When I first heard about this story, the slur that they said she used is a word I had never heard, okay? I'd never heard this word. I looked it up and I found out that this is a slur that I guess Australians find offensive and the British find offensive. I was not familiar with it whatsoever. So when I heard that she said that, I said, oh, she probably did say it. You know, maybe that's what them rich women be saying when they want to be offensive. They don't use the regular slurs. This is, you know, I thought, okay, she probably did say that, right? Then it switched to them saying she said the N-word. And I was like, because the story I heard was, oh no, what she said is just as bad as the N-word. That's what I heard. What she said is just as bad as the N-word. And then they said she said the N-word. And then they said she said the F-word. So it sounds like it's a lie. It's a lie. It feels like a lie. Because if y'all don't know what she said, it feels like a lie. I'm not saying that she's so above that she would never say it, but the story keeps changing. So now I can't believe nobody. And I know a lot of people were trying to say, oh, well, Paris Hilton has been caught on camera saying the N-word or this word or that word. Well, I think we all know that Paris Hilton has been very rebellious. I don't think her mama sent her into the world and say, go out there and use slurs. I don't think her mama did that. I just don't. In some situations, we would be like, oh yeah, her mama taught her that. In this situation, I don't think her mama sent her off into the world and say, yeah, go do that. Go spoil the family name by being derogatory and saying derogatory slurs. I don't think her mom taught her that. What I think, because I don't know when Paris was supposed to have said this shit, but if this, let's be real, in the early 2000s, Paris was the girl. Paris was partying with all types of people from all different walks of life. And y'all already know, our people sometimes like to give people that are not our people a pass to say certain things. So I don't really know what happened with Paris, but what I'm saying is, at this point, I don't know if I believe that Kathy Hilton said what y'all say she said. I'm just not buying it. And Erica was like, you said it to me. I think Erica said, you said it to me. And she said, Kathy was like, baby, I got a little bit more credibility than you. My word a little better than yours these days. Are you sure you want to tell this tale? I think Kathy was drinking. They were drinking. They were all drinking all day. And I think she was upset. And I think she was saying some crazy shit. I think they thought because Kathy was so upset and having such a meltdown, like they say, that they thought they could just pin anything on Kathy. And Kathy was like, no, ma'am, you got me messed up. I ain't say that shit. And Kathy, because of who she is, who she's married to, the life she's been living, I'm sure she's friends with a lot of lawyers. And a lot of lawyers were like, look, this is how you gonna handle it. This is what you gonna say and you're not gonna say. And that's how she came in and handled them heifers. But do I think that she was going around saying the F word, the N? I don't believe that. I don't believe it, because if that's what she did, that's what y'all should have said she did. But when y'all tried to make it seem like she turned into a damn psychopath killer, that's where you lose me. Y'all put too much on it, and now the whole story just seems like nonsense. But yeah, all in all, the hype, it didn't really live up to the hype. I remember they was like, we didn't even get to take a cast photo. We didn't get to do this. Kyle did not do the toast at the end, and it was just like, I really thought Kathy told Kyle up or something. And she just was like letting her know, like, girl, your bullshit ain't gonna work on me, bitch. I know you. Kyle, the way that you defended Diana, the way that you defended Brenna and Sutton, you should have defended your sister that way. At the end of the day, you and your sister have y'all issues, but y'all were in a good place at the time, okay? At the time, you guys were in a good place. And you should have told Brenna and Erica, don't play with my sister. In the past, I let you play with Kim. Don't play with this one. We are in a good place. Our families are good. Our daughters are all good. Don't play with them. But I feel like she couldn't do that because you opened the door for the disrespect. You know you did. When they were in Aspen, you started the mean girl shit. You was making jokes and laughing and being obnoxious while Kathy was trying to do her presentation of the tequila. We now know that Kathy did several presentations, but we didn't see all the presentations because that's how TV works. You opened the door for those. You did it. We saw you. You looked over at Brenna and them so that they could back you up while you was being a jerk to your sister. And then when they took it to the next step, now you're acting like you're the victim. You're not the victim. You're not the victim, and nobody's about to go there with you, girl. We not playing that game with you. We're not. We sick of your mess. You did your sister wrong, and it is what it is, and there's consequences for bullshit. You couldn't check Brenna because you know the conversations that you probably had with Brenna. I feel like when Kathy was coming on that show, she lined up her Fox 5 fools and was like, y'all, okay, y'all, I'm gonna need y'all to have my back. I'm gonna need y'all to roll with me, take my lead, follow my lead, do what I do. If you see my sister getting liked a little bit too much, we're gonna break that up. I definitely think you set your sister up and it went further than you had expected. And you can't check them because they got dirt on you, girl. That's really the tea. Erica spilled it a little bit. Erica said, you told me that you were happy that the world was going to get to see a little bit of what you have to go through. And then she was like, that was between you and I. And I'm sure there was a lot more said that was between you and her. And that's the real reason you ain't checking Brenna. That's the real reason you're not letting Brenna have it. Because the way you shut Dorit up, this is between me and my sister. You should have done that from the beginning. When you were sitting in your house, and Brenna came over there and was telling your sister, you have a dark heart, you have a black heart, and you need to figure out why that is. Why would you say these things about your beautiful sister? You should have told her, wait a minute now, before you got here, me and my sister, we already talked about it. Don't fight for me. This is my sister. We gonna handle us. What you told Dorit on the reunion stage, had you said that to Brenna that day when you filmed with her and Kathy at your home, you might not be in the situation you in. And you're not dumb, you know that. You just want to look, you want everybody to feel bad for you, and girl, we don't. We don't, because we've seen you. We've been watching you over the years, boo. We know how you move. I will never forgive you for how you treated Kim on this show. Ever. And I'm just confused as how people haven't been seeing you for your works all these years. But I have. I've seen it, Kyle. I never could understand how come season 1 Taylor kept going after Kim and you ain't never really do nothing about it. It's the same stuff. How Brenna throw a glass at Kim and you run out the restaurant? Baby, we would have told that restaurant up. You ain't throwing no glass. I don't have a biological sister. I have cousins that I look at as sisters. And I really don't argue with any of them. I only have one that me and her argue back and forth. But baby, if you try her, you trying me. Somebody come from my little cousin, that is like that's my baby. We fighting. You better not try her, because you trying her, you trying me. I don't care if she just pissed me off 2 minutes ago. Don't come for her. I got her. Don't ever, no. You come between me and her. That's not what you want to do. And I'm going to let you know that's not what you want to do. So I couldn't imagine having a sister and I let these fools play with, no, you're not playing with them. You're not playing with them. I'm not having it. I'm not. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Diana not being there, they weren't able to really get into her and Sutton's beef like they could have. Dorit, nobody care. Yeah, you know what? That trailer was really good. I'm not gonna lie. This was not a bad season for Beverly Hills, but the trailer made it seem like it was gonna be a better reunion than what it gave. But it fed us. I ain't gonna be mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not. But Kyle and that crying, it's just like, I'm a crier. I cry. Okay? And I'm not ashamed of it. I cry. And I have sibling issues. So I know a little bit of what they're going through. But I just kind of felt like Kyle, all that crying was unnecessary. Because you had the floor to defend your sister. You really could have done more. And you never do. So it's like, girl, you have the relationship that you have with your family because that's the one you want. You and Kathy came into this on good terms. For it to flip the way that it is now, I just don't understand. And you had Garcelle. Garcelle was trying to tell you, like, girl, why are you not mad at Renna? And you had nothing to say. Yeah, but anyways, that's all I got to say. It was a good season. Next season, give us something different. I'm sorry, but Kyle looked like a fool. And Andy looked like a fool over there coddling her. Like, really? You coddling this? Ciao. I guess. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.